Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to give a special shout out to today's sponsors, starting with Goldfine and Bowles, lawyers for the injured. Personal injury, workers' compensation, those are their two things, but any sort of legal advice, they're the people to call. Give them a phone call, 309-673-5144. Tell them we sent you, okay? And I'd also like to shout out SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video as well. Use promo code PlaybookSports on their website to get $20 off your first purchase of $30 or more. Let's get back to the video. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Playbook Sports Podcast, coming at you with a full house tonight. You absolutely love to see it. Sage, welcome back to the studio. We missed your presence last week.
Yeah.
We missed you. How's our dog doing?
She's doing good.
She's okay?
Doing good.
All right, good.
Yep, we're all good there.
Very good.
Feeling better.
Yep,
And then,
good.
I got my heart ripped out on Sunday, too. So,
Oof, yeah,
you know,
rough
I was
weekend
preparing.
for this side of the table, for
Yes.
these two. Rough weekend, Chiefs. That recap video, you guys are going to want to check that one out. Colin's Cowboys-Niners recap video. Any spoilers you want to give us? Rough one. I mean, rough game, no matter how you slice it.
I kind of predicted it, I want to say, all day long. I said 38-13, and
Yep.
well, it was 42-10, so it wasn't too far
Not
off.
terribly far off.
But holy cow, what a beating.
The
But
Niners
as
look like
expected.
unbelievable good right now.
Yeah. I don't
There are
know
people
if they're-
saying, like, this team might look as good as the 2007 New England Patriots right now. I can't find a weakness on this
I could
49ers
see
team.
It, though. I could see it.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
damn, they look good. And we'll talk more about them as we get into our power rankings, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then we got A.L. Addison Bears, fresh off a winner, baby.
There we go.
They did the damn
we go.
thing. How do you feel about
It
it?
was a great start.
Are you all in again? Are we all the way back in yet?
We're in the hunt.
We're in the
hunt. Go on, in the hunt.
Never know. Never know. It's early.
I'll say, got to see it against a good defense because Denver's defense trash, but he played
Cheeks.
great.
Played great.
8 touchdowns in 2 weeks to 1 pick, so that's
Yep.
pretty good. But
Yep.
at the end of the day, the pick was a game-sealing pick, so. But
hurts.
still, and then Washington's defense has been giving it up to receivers all year, but
They
still, it's just momentum. I want to see it. If he plays like this the rest of the year, I'm buying back in a little bit.
Well,
Like,
and if
we're
you
in the hunt,
go
then-
get Marvin Harrison Jr. with your first pick
Yeah,
with
the
Carolina.
Panthers suck. I'll say this: that Denver loss is going to really hurt if we beat Minnesota. Could be 3-3.
Yeah, could
Yeah.
be 500
And I'd
a
be
shot at the
winning,
wild
you know what I
card.
mean? At that point, we're really in the hunt.
Right,
You know what I
then
mean?
you're
like, we're actually in the
right
hunt.
in
But
it.
no, I am back in now. I think.
Back in. All right. Yes.
until we suck. Then
I
I'm all
love
the way
it.
out.
Then I'm all the way
And
out.
I'm back in, baby. Come on.
I can't
It's Bears
wait.
fans and
It's Bears.
49ers,
It's
man.
Bears football, baby. It's what we've
I love
come to
it.
know
I
and
love
love. We're gonna start today with our third straight week of doing Guess That Player on statistics. First player, player A. First one's a quarterback matchup. Okay, you guys have the stats. I actually have
You know what's funny is I said I
Embarrassed.
didn't study for any of these, but I actually know both of these people.
All right.
These are the only stats I looked at all
Fair
week.
enough. Well, you can't guess it, and so you're guessing last then. If
Yes,
you're very
I
confident, you know it. You're the
100%
last.
know both.
You're the last guess. Okay. Player A has a 67% completion percentage, 1,287 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, versus player B, who has 1,210 yards, 11 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. Any thoughts on this side? You think you got an idea of them?
I sadly know it as well because I literally wrote these stats down when I was talking about
Smart.
these
Okay.
teams.
All right. All right.
I,
So it feels like Sage is the odd one out.
damn,
here.
everyone else was looking at these players, apparently.
Yeah, I made this one probably a little easy in hindsight. But Sage hadn't looked at it yet. Sage, do you have any guesses for who player A and B
I
are?
don't know. I'm feeling like the first one's Dak.
Okay.
And then I'm feeling like the second one...
10 touchdowns for Dak. Who's he throwing him to? Not to
They've got-
CD.
They've got the receivers. I haven't been paying attention. I was hoping, but never
Got Sage
mind.
asleep.
Never
I don't
mind.
think Dallas has a receiver that has more than one touchdown.
No.
Really?
Like themselves.
They're not throwing the ball at
They
CD
don't have
Lamb. It's driving me absolutely
Oh,
up the
Jerry
fucking
comes out
wall.
and says,
Yeah.
I don't want him to get more targets.
What do you
I
mean
just-
you don't want to get more targets?
I guess I'm
Big man
equating
is, I think
points
these
to
guys play each other
touchdowns,
this
but
week.
Yeah.
they're not scoring them on offense, so
No.
maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But all right, so Dak for player A
I
and
fucking guess.
and player B. Any thoughts? If I told you these two quarterbacks were opponents this week, would that change your thought process here?
No, not at all.
Interdivisional matchup.
Interdivisional matchup.
It's selling. I love it.
There's got to be a couple divisional games here.
Yeah, there's got to be a few.
I actually think that's
Who we have?
the
Who
other
we
one.
have? Josh
No,
Dobbs, maybe? Josh
Vikings
Dobbs
and
in
Bears.
here? You got Josh Dobbs and Matt Stafford.
Oh yeah, in Arizona and LA, Matt Stafford. That'd be an impressive couple
I
of games.
could see that. Josh
All right.
Dobbs, he's been throwing some touches.
Sure. All right, so Dobbs and Stafford.
Sure.
All right, Colin Addison. Who are these guys?
It is Mahomes at the
Yep.
top and
Yep.
Russell Wilson for player B.
It is
okay.
player A, Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson. I
I was-
figured that one would be easy, but aren't those stats crazy?
They are.
Those are
When I
wild.
was looking at Denver, and it's like what's been the reason they're losing? Is it
Their
Russ though?
defense.
But their defense is just horrendous.
It's so
But
bad.
at the end of the day, Russ
Yep.
is 34 and he's doing the best he can. It's just not enough anymore.
Yeah, agreed. It's shocking to see how Russell Wilson has statistically outplayed Patrick Mahomes this season, and yet the Broncos are 1-4 with the worst loss in NFL history, and the Chiefs are 4-1 with a 1-point loss at home.
Yeah.
So it's just how the NFL works, man. It's how it goes. Some players can be great. Kirk Cousins' stats, fantastic this season.
Yeah.
And yet they are 1-4 and about to blow the whole thing up. So that just goes to show you how crazy it can get in the NFL. All right, next round. We've got a running back matchup here. First player, player A. 89 carries, 445 yards, 3 touchdowns. Player B, 81 carries, 340 yards, 2 touchdowns. Neither of them have a ton of receiving to note. I do know player A has 1 receiving touchdown, player B has 0. And they're about 20 yards apart, 72-96. Okay. I'm just going off the top of my head here. Initial thoughts. What are you guys thinking? Like I said, all of these are typically one player who came into the season with high expectations and another player who came into the season with significantly lower expectations. These aren't groundbreaking stats. You know, there's no Christian McCaffreys here because that'd be too obvious.
Right.
So what are early thoughts, Addison? Early thoughts on this one?
Player B, I want to lean Herbert for the Bears, but I don't know if the yards, I know he rushed for 100 once, but it's not like we've had an insane run game, and I don't think he's caught a receiving tutty that could add up on the yards. I'll go player B is Khalil Herbert for now, and then player A I'm going to have to think about for a second.
You think on it. Sage, any thoughts here early?
I'm going the other way with player B. I'm going Josh Jacobs for player B.
Okay. All right. Solid.
And then player A, yeah, that one's hard. Like, having that 1 receiving touchdown, I'm trying to remember. If there was one, maybe Pacheco.
Okay, I like that. It's a good guess. Colin, thoughts on player A and or player B?
I'm stuck between 2 people for player A. I
Okay.
think, I either want to go Kenneth Walker or I want to go Travis Etienne, who just had a massive
He had a
game.
very big game against the Bills.
I'm going to go Kenneth Walker for player A. And it's
Okay.
probably fucking Etienne. But player B, I'll go Breece Hall for player
Breece
B.
Hall for player B. Okay, he did have a big game against Denver. He's showing up a little bit.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on final guesses for everybody? So you're going Breece Hall for player B, and then Kenneth Walker for player A. This is a
I
tough
changed
one.
it to Etienne player A. Kenneth Walker had a bye last week.
Okay, Etienne for player A. Okay, Sage, thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with who I had. I'll go with Pacheco.
And
Josh Jacobs.
Jacobs.
I like Pacheco. I'm sticking with Herbert,
Pacheco's
so I
baller.
think Jacobs might even have less yards than that, dude.
He might.
Yeah.
Jacobs is kind of stunk
Yeah.
this year.
He has kind of stuff. That's why I picked him.
Right,
Yeah,
he has
no,
kind of
that's true.
surprisingly
He had one good
stunk.
game.
Yeah, that's true.
He has
So I was like,
surprisingly
oh.
stunk. It's a good point.
Yeah, I'll go Pacheco and Herbert, though.
Pacheco and Herbert. Okay, unfortunately, no one of them. None
None
of
of
those
them.
players. So, player A, Zach Moss, Indianapolis Colts.
Oh.
Oh,
445 yards.
Crazy
Yeah,
last
crazy.
He had a
Yeah.
huge week for them. The first week Jonathan Taylor can play, and Zach Moss was like, "Hold on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you should not have paid him because I kind of look amazing."
Where's my contract?
Right, where's mine at? It's just
23
another.
rushes,
14
7 yards a rush.
Yeah, it's just another sign of is paying running backs a mistake? It might be. It
Yeah.
might be. I mean, we just paid the Dolphins to relate. Just paid Mostert and Jeff Wilson, and Devon Achane looks like one of the best running backs in the NFL for free.
Yeah.
Player B, Tony Pollard.
Ooh.
Very
Oh.
disappointing to start the season on
Yeah,
my
for real,
fantasy
for
teams.
real.
A bummer because
tell me
I
about
thought,
it.
man, he's going to pick up all of these extra touches from Zeke.
Yep.
He's got great out of the backfield, and he just hasn't done it for me.
They're
It's
just they're not
driving me
using him
nuts.
like they should.
I know.
Or how I
Makes
expected,
me
at least.
makes me miss Kellen Moore. Makes me miss Kellen Moore
Just
a little bit.
yeah.
Just a little bit makes me miss him. So yeah, Zach Moss and Tony Pollard. All right, next one. This one's a good one. Player A, 27 receptions on the season, 531 receiving yards, 5 receiving touchdowns. Player B, 36 receptions on the season, 571 receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns. Again, we've got an alpha level player in
Yeah.
one of these,
Yeah.
and then another player who isn't a bad player by any means, just wasn't expected to maybe produce like this.
Thinking of who's gone off. Like,
These are wideouts, you said?
Yes, sir. Yep, wide receiver round.
Okay.
Damn. Who's the receiver that's struggling?
and who's
And it's hard to say that either of these guys are struggling.
Yeah.
It's more so a comparison between the two.
who's catching a touchdown every 5 catches?
Every
Yeah.
5
Like-
catches, man.
That right there is kind of
That's why I
wild.
wanted to make sure it was a wideout.
Because George Kittle just had 3 catches and 3
Yeah,
touchdowns. Yes, wide receivers here.
Okay, wide receivers here.
Initial thoughts, Sage. Where's your head at here?
I'm thinking of someone kind of surprising in age. So like maybe like a Devontae Adams or a Mike
Okay.
Evans.
Okay.
Because Mike Evans is quietly having a damn good year.
He always does.
He always does.
I will give you a. Mike Evans is coming off of a bye,
Yes.
so these numbers would be in 4 games, which would be very impressive. But he is a very good wide receiver, so
He is.
not impossible for sure. Colin, where's your head at on these? What are your thoughts?
I kind of got 2 guesses,
Mhm.
and neither one of them are probably close to right. But for some reason, Nico Collins for the Texans is just lurking in the back of my head.
He's had a
because
very
he's been
good
going
season.
crazy.
That's
And
a
then
good one.
also Devontae Adams has been going kind of crazy, so it's like
He's also
the
had a
2
solid
names that
season.
are really kind of sticking with me. But it's like I said, it's probably neither
You're
one of them.
sneaky.
Yeah.
You're sneaky.
I'm sneaky.
Let's hear it though.
I'm sneaky.
What?
I just said
Eston's onto
Nate's
something.
sneaky.
He's
I just
onto
said Nate's
something
sneaky.
over
wait.
here.
I know.
He's onto
I know
something.
who one of these are.
Who is one of them, and which one is it? All right, final
I
guesses.
Wait, how are you? Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
No.
Just really quick.
Yeah,
Well,
hang on. Let's hear what Addison's thinking. Let's hear what Addison's
yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
What's your thought process here?
How many tutties didn't Diggs have a 3-tutty game?
He did
Yeah,
against
he
us.
did.
A 3-tutty game and
Does he
100 and
have
something
2
yards.
more than that? Because Davis has 4 a touchdown in 4 straight games. Does he have
I'm
2
pretty
in
sure
that?
Diggs had a
Is this-
touchdown in the first game too.
Is this
against the Jets.
teammates?
Did he?
I think he had the only other
Teammates,
game.
Gabe Davis and Diggs. That's what I said. Sneaky.
And
I'm going
I
with
did
that.
something like that last week.
Gabe Davis and Diggs.
Okay.
Gabe Davis and Diggs.
I'm going.
I like.
I think Diggs is probably one. I think the other one is DJ Moore.
Okay, which one?
I
Who
think
do you
DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore's player A.
Okay.
I think he's catching. He's been catching touchdowns,
Yeah.
He has.
Yeah.
Coming off a 3-touchdown performance.
and they're not throwing it at a crazy rate.
No.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's my guess.
Okay, so Moore's A and who was B?
I think he's going Diggs.
I'll go
right?
Diggs.
Diggs.
I'll go Diggs.
Diggs.
Yeah.
Okay. Good guesses. Colin, thoughts?
I'm sticking with mine too. Nico Collins, player A. Devontae Adams, player 2.
Okay.
Bucket.
Sage. Player A is DJ Moore.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Player A is DJ Moore. 27
There we go.
catches, 531 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Player B is the consensus #1 wide receiver in the NFL,
JJ.
Justin Jefferson.
Okay.
DJ Moore has the same output with 9 less catches. That's damn impressive.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. He has been balling
I
out.
expected one of them to be Puka, but I know he doesn't have the touchdown.
Yeah.
No, but he has crazy receiving
Crazy
yards. I mean,
numbers.
he's what, second or third in yards in this
Yeah.
in the
Just
NFL.
no
He's
touchdowns.
crazy.
Second.
Just
Wild,
below
man.
touchdowns. Yeah, he's been awesome. All right, nice. Yeah, DJ
Yeah,
Moore and
those are
Justin Jefferson. All right, last one for you guys here. Player A, 37 receptions, 442 yards, 3 touchdowns. Player B, 25 catches, 467 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Easy work.
Okay,
These are
you're
tight
going
ends?
last then. These are not tight ends. These are wide receivers.
Oh, never mind.
Easy work.
Never mind.
Tutties, 3 tutties.
3
for
tutties a pop,
receivers.
Okay.
442 and versus 446, and then a pretty good, like,
I was about to
Difference
slap
between catches.
Travis Kelce and Laporta.
oh, that would have been a great, yeah, that would have been a good one. I'll have to add more tight ends in. I
Is it
haven't done-
similar where there's a guy that's supposed to be?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
One of these guys is considered a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL. Anybody you ask, maybe top 7. The other one is not on anybody's radar if you're ranking wide receivers, especially coming into the season.
I don't think Jamar Chase caught a touchdown before his 3 touchdowns.
See, that's where I'm at too.
he did not
did
catch
not.
a touchdown
No, he did
before his
not.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah. But who else
He's
has?
definitely one of those.
I think he is one of those. And I think the other
Is he
one.
going by? They're playing each other this week too. You sneaky.
You sneaky.
He's sneaky.
You sneaky.
Pollard and somebody else. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
See, going by, they're playing each other too. Oh, Bears and Vikings are playing against each other.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Okay.
Wilson, Mahomes. I'm like, wait a second.
Uh,
Oh man, I should have done Pollard and someone else.
I'm gonna go Chase for B.
Chase for player
That's what I
B.
wrote down as well.
Chase for player B. Okay,
And for player A.
it's tough.
Oh,
I'm taking another shot in the dark with my player A.
Okay.
that one might be Nico.
It could be, but I wrote down Josh Reynolds for the Lions.
Ooh.
Because all he
Ooh.
does is catch touchdowns for no reason.
It's true.
That's
I just don't know if he
true.
has the yards.
I was saying, I
See,
feel
I
like
don't
he's
either.
blanked
That's
a
a lot
couple
of yards.
weeks.
Yeah,
to have the
low
yards.
yards.
I think it might be Nico and Jamar.
It might be Nico. It might be old boy off Arizona, because I know he had 2 touchdowns in one game. Michael Wilson.
Wilson's been
Yeah.
balling,
Yeah.
and I think did he
Had
have a
a
touchdown
big
last week?
catch against Dallas.
He
too,
did.
Like 70 yards.
Yeah, he's been awesome. He's been awesome. Trying to think of how I can give you guys a hint.
Or Tutu Atwell has quite a few.
One of you has guessed both of these before.
Okay.
When we've talked about the other wide receiver one, you have said these players have been mentioned. These are players that have been mentioned
Okay.
today in the last 10 minutes of recording.
Oh, who the hell did I say?
Both of these? Or Jamar
Both of
Chase
these
was-
players have both been talked about already as being
And
possibilities.
Jamar would have more than 25 catches. He had, what,
Diggs.
14
Okay,
last game?
and it's probably.
Did Diggs
Diggs
have
or
a
Adams?
touchdown against the Jets?
I think he
I don't
did.
know if he did.
I think he had like the only touchdown against the Jets. Because I think they
I
only
don't
had
remember.
one.
I just know the stats. I don't know when they got him, but I might look it up and tell you if he did.
So,
But then if he had 3 touchdowns against the Dolphins, he would have 4.
yeah.
If he had one against the Jets, correct.
Yeah. I'm like
Just don't know if he did against the
90%
Jets.
certain. Oh,
And the internet down here is cheeks.
this is tough.
I know it is. It's so fun. I love doing this. It's much more fun on this side. I get to look at the stats and know who it is.
Here, see if Diggs caught a touchdown week 1.
25 low.
Okay, do you want me to tell you if he did or didn't?
Yeah.
If Diggs did or didn't?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to rule someone out because Diggs caught one in week 1.
Okay, yeah.
And he had 3 against
I knew he
Miami,
had
so he's
the
up
only
to 4.
touchdown they had.
He did. Good, well done.
All right.
It's tricky.
It is tricky. I still think one of them is Chase.
Okay. I'm going final guesses. Addison, final guess.
Okay, I'm going Chase for player A.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he had half those catches in
Yeah,
one game.
exactly. Player B. I'll go Nico Collins though.
For player
yeah.
B. Okay.
Yeah.
Addison or Sage.
I'll go Chase for A as well.
Chase for A.
And then player B. Come back to me.
Come back to you. All right, Colin. Final guesses. So
I
far,
don't know, man.
it's tough. It's tough. I know.
Chase for A, I think that's a consensus between the table. We're all probably wrong, which is going to be funny. Player B is where I'm stuck. 'Cause that's so many yards per catch.
Right, like
For
that's where I am.
25
'Cause if it's
catches.
such a good guy.
Right.
Who did I look at earlier that's averaging 24 a catch?
I'll guess Devontae Adams, I guess.
For player B.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I'm gonna stop you before you lock that in because both of those guys are probably top 10 receivers.
Top five.
Right.
You know, freebie for you.
Jason-
Both of those guys are probably
Jason-
top 10.
Oh, it's someone we mentioned before.
Someone you mentioned before that coming into this year, if I said their name, you'd be like, oh yeah, I guess he plays in the NFL.
Okay, yeah, Nico
shit.
probably. Nico.
You didn't know about Nico Collins, dude?
I know who Nico Collins is. I didn't think he'd be good.
I did. Go blue.
Go blue, baby.
I don't know, man. Josh Reynolds, Jamar Chase.
Josh Reynolds, Jamar Chase. Okay, player A.
Stick with my guns.
Player A, Devontae Adams.
Damn!
Colin, you guessed this pair on the last group of receivers.
I
Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, player B. Nico Collins is averaging an insane amount of yards a
Yeah.
catch.
Crazy.
Bombs.
My
I was gonna
God.
say the Raiders will turn Adams into a slant merchant.
Yeah,
He's
just
a
all
slant
short
merchant.
yardage
That's
stuff.
The only thing they can do to get him
He has
open.
less yards
They have
with
no
12
time.
more catches than Nico Collins. So yeah, yeah, that one was tough. That one was tough. Those are so fun. I'm going to enjoy doing those
Yeah, that's a
every
good time.
single week.